Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Antebellum Lockdown. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to say, so we're just gonna start. Loading stream. After doing a quick cleanup of the kitchen, as the only one there who wouldn't get shocked touching certain appliances, I walked with Taka and Maiko back to the cell block. I knew Taka had good intentions. Until Maiko actually faced what she'd done, we'd made no progress, but maybe Lyra was right. A killing game isn't exactly shit. A killing game isn't exactly the prime space for self-improvement. I couldn't fault Maiko for not making massive self-improvements when she was already going through so much. But it got to a point where I couldn't help but think how much of her incompetence was genuine. Either way, we went to take her back to her cell. But on the way we were stopped, observing a strange altercation occurring in the common room.
Oi! Stop that!
I just don't see what the big deal is. It's just a bunch of frogs. It's not like I'm excusing him for all his actions or anything. Come on, Taki, it's...
What's your problem?
You're sweeping everything under the rug. All of it. You took a stance and I respected it. You know why? Because it was reasonable. He's careless, Suki. He hurts people. You said it yourself. He's just so short-sighted. I just don't understand why you of all people are defending him after everything he's put you through. You took a stab wound for him and yet you're acting like you still owe him something. Are you serious? Why is it doing it now? I'm not... Can you listen? Oh, can I? Really? That's what you're asking? Really? Why is it... What do you mean encoding overloaded? You're asking me like that, like I haven't spent ages listening to you complaining about him, how hurt he made you feel, and now you're just running right back to him? I'm not trying... Damn. Rain. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm trying to help you, Sugi. I don't want you getting hurt. Taki, I know he's a bad person. Yes, because you're not dumb. That's what's so frustrating here. Please, you have to understand. Because... I don't understand. You know just how harmful he can be. You have felt awful because of him. And now you're making excuses? I just think you're being unfair, Taki. I don't know where all of this is coming from. Usually you're so calm about this sort of thing. We always talk things like this out. Why are you being so unreasonable? Talk? Takiko let out a stifled giggle, looking at Asuga in disbelief. No, that's not what we do, is it? What do you mean? You talk, I listen. I listen, and I listen, and I smile and nod. I watch you run back to him randomly because you're feeling lonely, and I don't say a word, because if I do say something, I'll become the bad guy. Suddenly, I'm just controlling, aren't I? And then giving Taka a 14th chance seems like a more appealing option to you, even if it hurts you. That's not what Because it doesn't matter, does it? I'm not stupid. I'm not, and I'm tired of pretending I am. It's exhausting. Takiko? TV personality. Why are you saying Takiko, huh? What? Someone else, also in the entertainment industry. Oh, that's why. Lucky coincidence, huh? Doesn't matter how much I listen. Doesn't matter how much time we spend together. I'm not enough. Katsuki. What do I need to do to be enough? To not just be filling in for someone all the time. You're not listening to me, though. You're barely giving me a chance to speak. You're acting just like Asuka's eyes drifted to Taka standing on the ledge above, freezing slightly. And then they looked back at Takiko. Suddenly, Asuka seemed to calm down a little bit. Oh, that's what's going on here. Phew. You had me worried for a second there, Taki. I really don't want to hurt you or anything, so don't worry. I know you don't mean this stuff. It's all for a dare, isn't it? Hey, it's okay. This must be hard for you. Just say whatever you need to say. I won't be mad. Takiko smiled at Asuka. Of course, she couldn't confirm or deny if it was a dare or not. You're so nice. Is it a dare? Wait, I'm feeling a little attacked here. Is she meant to be acting like me? Do I really sound like that? Well, a bit more desperate and a little less coherent, and that's almost the gist of it. There's no way! I don't. Oh wait, oh my god, Taka, what on earth did you do to your hand? Asuka rushed over to Taka, holding his arm carefully. Oh, don't you worry, it's just a little scratch. I can deal with it. Are you serious? It's redder than a lobster. Did you shove it in a deep fryer or something? Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not that stupid. Really now? I just shoved it in a pot of boiling water. Then we've got to get you right to the infirmary right away. That could have caused permanent. No. That could leave permanent damage. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. He did run under cold water for a little while, but I'm not too sure how much that did. I feel alright, so don't worry. I'll still be there to feed the frogs this afternoon. No, seriously, let's get you to the infirmary. I don't want to risk this. Sugi, you really want to take me? I thought you didn't want to talk outside of just taking care of the frogs.
Are you stupid? Taka, of course I want to talk to you. I took a stab wound for you, Taka. Who am I kidding? The frogs were just an excuse. I know I shouldn't, but I miss you. I really do.
What?
All this watching you going around the prison, helping, I don't know. I don't think anything could ever go back to the way it was before, but I see that you're trying. You're trying to be my old friend again. And I don't care if things won't be the exact same. I just don't want to lose you. I can't stay mad at you. Not while knowing I could die.
Sugi, you...
I'm not sure anymore. I still don't think I can ever see you the same way again. We'll never be that close again. But, you know, maybe if you keep along this track, maybe... No. I can't. Sorry. It wouldn't be fair on your workers, would it? Let's just get you to the infirmary. We need to sort this out.
Asuka, you really...
What a touching reunion. Really
Hi, Phil.
tickled my old soul. Truly.
A voice spoke from the doorway of a cell. No guard in sight.
Wait, who's meant to be...
In fact, I've got a gift for the happy couple just in here. Just step right up inside.
Where's your guard? Isn't someone meant to be watching you?
Who knows? Never showed. But don't stress, kid. I stayed put. Now, do you two lovebirds want to go inside or not?
Okay, now, Lovebirds is going a bit too far. I can't even be his friend. That would go against all my principles.
Wait, we can't be friends?
are you so quiet, Taka?
I'm not getting roped up into whatever nonsense you're trying to do. Don't you remember what happened last time you were in a room with just me and Taka?
Yeah, should have figured I'd get that response. Oh well, tried my hardest. Well, sorry about this, kid. Nothing personal.
Fu moved forward and grabbed Takiko's arm gently, pulling her towards him. That doesn't look like her arm.
What? Let go of me!
I'm not gonna harm you. You know that already. Stop squirming. Jesus.
Get off me! Get off me right now!
I'll let you go when at least one of them agrees to come with me. I just need 2 of you.
What on earth are you planning to do? Isn't this going too far?
Yeah, I'll tell on you to Alora if you do anything weird.
I'm doing what I have to do. God, I already told you I'm not gonna hurt anyone. Why are you kids always so dramatic?
Because you're holding me against my will! Get off!
It's what you've been doing for the past month. What goes around comes around. What can I say? That's just life.
Oh, stop that. It's hardly been against your will in your case, has it?
Huh? What does that mean?
Hey, I told you that in confidence, kid. Don't go breaking promises. Now, I don't want to hold on to pigtails for any longer than I have to. Can one of you just suck it up and get in my cell?
We all looked around one another, apprehension clear on all of our faces. No one wanted to risk being alone in that room with Fu and someone else. Eventually, I spoke up.
What if we all went in? Does that work? That way, you get someone in there, and no one has to be alone. Since he wouldn't do anything wrong if all of us were watching, right?
I wasn't planning on doing anything wrong in the first place. Just what I needed to do. But that's fine by me. Some witnesses would actually be helpful.
Are you sure? I don't know about this.
Well, I don't want to leave Takiko like that, so we're all going in.
Right. I just hope Taka will be okay going that long without going to the infirmary.
Really? I'm fine. Maiko already helped. I can hardly feel anything. It's like it's all gone numb.
That's not good.
That's really not a good thing.
Finally, Jesus. Sorry about that, kid. We're all friends here.
We're all friends here, aren't we? Fu let go of Takiko's arm once we all filtered into his cell. He was not holding her arm there! That was not her arm! Takiko glaring at him as he did. The cell hadn't been set up in any particular way. There wasn't anything that stuck out as potentially dangerous. The lack of setup almost unsettled me more for what Fu needed us to do. I assumed it was some Dare-related thing, which meant there was no way it could be anything good. Take a seat, make yourself comfortable. But don't worry, it shouldn't take too long. So, what exactly do you need? First and foremost, I need 2 volunteers. I don't care who, just preferably 2 people around the same age. Any takers? Everyone was a little apprehensive at first, but eventually someone stepped forward. If it gets this over quicker so we can take Taka to the infirmary, I'll volunteer. Sugi! Well, that's 1. Any other takers? If they're doing it for me, then I'll do it! The small girl interrupted, stepping forward. No, boys. Well, to each their own. I'm not one to judge. It's not like we're doing this properly anyway. What's that meant to? Let's just get this started. What do we need to do? Alright, very well. First and foremost, Fu pointed to a small red teapot placed on his desk, steam pouring out from the top of it. You 2 pour everyone tea. Pigtails, you give some to Taka and me. Bowhead, you do Shinku and Pinky. Huh? That's all? Yep, simple, right? Told you I wasn't going to harm you. Alright. Takiko didn't say a word as she approached the teapot and poured 2 of the gold-rimmed cups, walking over to Fu and silently handing them to him. Whoa, slow down there, kid. I'm just doing exactly what you asked. What's wrong? Fu looked away as if he couldn't bear to meet Takiko's eyes. I need you both to bow slightly and thank whoever you're giving it giving it to you as you do it. Takiko looked at Fu for a good long while, a small smile curling on the corners of her lips as she bowed slightly and held out the tea. Thank you for being such a wonderful father. I'm sure your daughter is lucky to have you. It's a shame she can't be here, isn't it, Mr. Wang? Fu seemed to flinch at that as he took the tea. Yeah, isn't it just? Asuka approached me and Maiko, clearly apprehensive about all this themselves, but just trying to get through it for the sake of getting Taka help. Maiko, thank you for being strong enough to keep going, despite everything. I know I've been distant lately, but I'm glad you're still here with us. I hope you can continue to find it in you to keep going. Maiko nodded quietly as she took the tea, taking a sip and almost immediately pulling back, burning her tongue on it a little bit. Asuka next turned to me, handing me a cup with a small bow. And Shinku, thanks for taking care of Maiko. I'm really grateful someone's keeping an eye on her. Thank you. I hope you can continue to guide her through this. Just don't put it all on yourself, okay? I took the tea from Asuka, seeing a small lotus root in the bottom of the cup sweetening it. This whole thing seemed a little strange to me. Regardless, I took a small sip of the tea and nodded my head in gratitude. As I did, I saw Takiko approaching Taka, holding the cup of tea and staring at him for a good while before lowering herself slightly into a bow. Taka? Thank you. Thank you for taking care of Suki when they need it, whenever they feel all alone. You really are someone special to them. I'm blessed to fill your shoes when you can't be there for them. Asuka looked across the room at Takiko, a strange look of apprehension on their face before they quickly turned to Fu. Okay, we did your silly tea thing. Can we go now? Soon. Just one more thing. You two meet together. It'll be quick, I promise. The two of them shuffled over to stand right in front of Fu. The two of them looking directly at each other, but it felt like there was distance between them. I need you to bow 3 times. Once to the heavens and the earth. To the heavens? Asuka quickly bowed. And the earth? Takiko followed suit, keeping her eyes on Asuka. Secondly, to your parents. To my mother? To my parents, God rest their souls. Oh, poor girl. They both bowed once more. And finally to each other, and the years of happiness ahead of you. To you! Asuka swiftly bowed to Takiko. To the years of happiness we have ahead of us, and to you, Asuka. Takiko bowed to her friend. May you grow old together, hand in hand, never leaving each other's sides. Wait, what's this? Right, we've done it now, haven't we? We can go, right? Yep, that's just about a wrap. Thank you both. That wasn't that bad, was it? Really? It's okay, Suki. I can wait a bit longer. The longer you wait, the worse that scar will be. Come on! Asuka walked past us and grabbed Taka's unburned hand, practically dragging him out to get help. Trying not to look at him. Trying not to look like they cared. You're a good friend for going along with that. Aren't I just? Glad we managed to get that over with so quickly. I owe you one, kid. What was all that anyway? Who knows? All the stuff they're making us do is nonsense anyway. Those were traditional Chinese wedding vows, weren't they? How'd you know that? I could guess from the vibe of things. Well, don't worry about it too much. It wasn't the whole thing. It was far from a proper wedding. That sort of old traditional ceremony is hardly done these days. You're all good. Don't you worry. If your fans get all angry over that, then they weren't the kind of fans you want to keep around anyways. And what do they even have to get mad about anyways? Once again, it was far from the real things. It was basically just what little girls do with their friends on the playground to practice. Right. Maybe don't just grab people and force them to do that next time. if you'd explained this whole thing, I'm sure we wouldn't have put up so much resistance. Hey, come on! It would be against the rules for me to just spell out what I was doing. Cut me some slack, kid. Why on Earth was doing this to your dare, though? It just seems strange. Who knows? Probably just thought it would make good content. You could have at least let Taka go early to tend to his wounds. I never said he had to stay. I just needed 2 people. You didn't have to hold me hostage to get them, did you? Perhaps not, but how else was I going to convince people? Only one person at a time ever comes to guard me. Speaking of that, where is my guard? I'm getting pretty hungry. Well, that's exactly what I'm asking. A figure aside from the doorway, looking in at what was going on. Ah, just the person I was looking for. What exactly transpired here? Nothing that you have to worry about. You've already got a lot on your plate, don't you? He grabbed me and refused to let me go until we helped him with his stupid dare. What? Hey, come on, can you blame me? My dare required 2 people. How was I gonna get that when I only have 1 person watching me at a time? You could have just elected to have your truth revealed. I doubt any of us could have formed a lower opinion of you, quite frankly. Ouch. And if you had to do your dare for the sake of protecting whatever is left of your family's reputation, then you could have asked your guard to get it a second person. That's the problem. No one showed up to guard him this lot. What? I made it very clear we needed to stick to the schedule. It was meant to be. Is Taka alright? Has anyone seen him? It was meant to be his shift. He was just with us. He was helping us with our dares earlier. His hand ended up getting burnt, so Asuka took him to the infirmary. Gentile? That's quite a surprise. She seemed weirdly proud for a moment. Wait, so he just skipped his shift? I guess he was too preoccupied with his dare, he must have forgotten. Strange that he would be, though. I thought he was making an effort to help out however he could, to prove he was trying to be better. Skipping his guard shift seems a little counterintuitive, no? I didn't account for people having to do their dares when I made the schedule. I can't fault him for skipping it. He must have forgotten about it. Well, what do I know? It must have slipped his mind, huh? It's strange food didn't just run out, though. You'd have thought he would have taken the opportunity to leave. I told you, I'm on my best behavior. You have nothing to worry about. Yep, nothing at all aside from not letting me leave until people agreed to come into your cell. Give me a break, Kiko. Excuse me? Point is, I've been on good behavior. You've got nothing to worry about, Doc. I'm hearing the opposite, quite frankly. Well, you know, if you wanted to stop at any more little disputes, maybe you could let me go. I mean, it's been a month. Absolutely not. Come on now. I've been well behaved this whole month. And it's a little unfair to keep me trapped in here with a motive in full effect. But if I need to do something for a dare, that'll require me to be somewhere else in the prison. Then you can take it up with whoever's guarding you. That hardly seems fair. Well, perhaps you should have thought about that a month ago, when you stabbed someone. If I hadn't, Tian could have gotten hurt. What did you want me to do, kid? Wait until the timer ticked down and we had no choice but to torture her? It never got to that point, Wang. Well, I'm no psychic. I had no clue one of you would suddenly get the guts to kill, let alone the purple kid. I'm not having this discussion with you again. I really hate to play devil's advocate here, but I feel like keeping up the guard schedule isn't going to help right now. People are just going to keep skipping shifts because they have their dares to do. And if you keep imposing it strongly and regardless of that, I think people will start to resent you. I don't mind taking my reputation for the sake of keeping people safe. Well, I do. You're our one chance out of here, Dr. Elenius. In all due respect, I don't want you getting hurt. I'm sure no one else does either. Yeah. Really, it would be the smart choice. That way everyone else can get on with their dares freely, and I can too without causing a whole scene. You know, what do you say? We'll discuss it tomorrow morning at the group meeting. It's too late for this, and I need to check in on Takahiro. Uchiyama, do you mind covering for him until Chatel's shift? Sure. Wonderful, thank you. If that's settled, I'm going to leave. I hope you all have a pleasant evening. You too. I'm going to crash for the night. Good luck, Takiko. Take care, alright? Yeah, night, Takiko, and you too, Fu. Takiko just smiled. Of course, sleep well. Why, Oliver, why choose Takiko for that? I don't think... I think Maiko or Shinku would have been better. Don't die. Thanks once again. Fu is such a weirdo, and for what? I watched Dr. Elenius walk off to the infirmary fairly quickly, leaving me and Maiko standing in the common room. Luckily, Takiko wouldn't be left with Fu for long. It was almost time for the night shift. I was just about to go to my cell for the night when Maiko stopped me. Shu?
Maiko.
Is everything okay? Yeah, of course. I just wanted to say thank you, really. What for? I don't think I've done anything that special. For helping me with my dare. For being patient with me. For letting me do things at my own pace. I haven't felt this cared for in a long time. Shinku, so thank you. If you keep being this nice to me, I'm really going to get way too used to this. So you better stop before it's too late. I'm not giving up on you, Maiko. I want to be there if you need me, alright? You promise? I promise. Before I could say anything, I felt Maiko wrap her arms around me and squeeze me in a tight hug. It felt just like... Good night, Shishi! I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Shishi? What? I think it's a cute nickname. Don't you like it? Sorry, did I say something weird, or... No, it's fine. You can call me Shishi. Really? Yay! Michael giggled and let go of me, beaming at me. Now you've got to come up with a nickname for me to match. Only if you want to, of course. I just think it would be nice. Oh, I'll give it a think. You better come up with something cute. Okay, I'll try my best. I'll see you in the morning, Shishi. Sweet dreams, night-night. She cooed and waved at me, looking at me as I turned to enter my cell, just standing there. Are you waiting for something? Oh, it's just, never mind. It's silly. Don't even worry about it. Just tell me what it is. You gonna say it back? She's sort of needy, isn't she? Well, I'd rather indulge in it than risk her doing anything drastic. Night-night, Maiko. Sweet dreams. Her face lit up as I said that. Soon after, she left her cell and I left mine. I hate the fucking encoding overloaded bullshit. I don't know how to fix it. Perhaps indulging in this, coddling her, stepping around her crime and trying my best to not discuss it was not the best thing to do here. But in truth, I wasn't sure what I was meant to do. I just knew I couldn't let her attempt again. I couldn't let anyone down like that. I was only doing all this to make up for what happened. But after feeling that hug, Maybe there was another reason I was doing this. Maybe I was just awful and selfish. Or maybe I just missed you. And how quickly you'd latched onto me that first day in the prison. Click.
Good morning, prisoners!
Hey, Monaco.
What? What could that cat possibly want? It's midnight.
The monitor in my room had switched on right as the clock struck 12, waking me up from my rare bit of slumber.
Your first day of Truth or Dare has officially concluded! Congratulations to everyone who managed to do their dares. Those who failed to do their dares, and thus chose truth by default, are the following prisoners. 01. Shinku Kutsuki. 06. Alora Lenius. 07. Taka Takahiro. 08. Izumi Cersei. And prisoner 10. Asuga Santil.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Your level 1 truths will now be revealed to the rest of the prisoners and subsequently posted on all your social media accounts and supplied to various media outlets. Let's start with Shinku's first truth. For many years now, when you feel lonely, you have written fiction where you inserted yourself into a romantic relationship with your favorite idol, Yuya Penya.
Oh god, Ezekiel is never going to shut up about this one.
Okay, that one's just pathetic. Really fucking funny though, not gonna lie. Now on to Alora. Despite your stoic nature, you have an extensive doll collection you spend absurd amounts of money on. Kinda more telling that you consider that a secret than the secret itself, but perhaps you're not quite as mature as you want people to think,
It was kind of endearing, to be honest. But I'm sure she'd find it embarrassing.
Let's see about your little lab assistant next. Taka's first truth is the following. You used to make alternative social media accounts of fake people to interact with you and pretend to be your friends.
Oh. Sounds about right for Taka. It's pathetic, but not worth swallowing a live fish over.
I don't even know what to say about that one. That's just kind of sad and pathetic. Luckily, we have something even more pathetic. It's Mimi's first truth.
Oh dear.
As a teen, you used to repeatedly fantasize about being a goddess with a harem of nymphs who were unconditionally in love with you.
Oh, okay.
Wow, what a freak. That's just straight up weirdo behavior.
Yeah, I'm not surprised after what I saw her say earlier. Christ.
And finally, let's finish off with Asuka's first truth. The highest score you've gotten on a test is 40%. And you're pretty proud of it. Oh, Asuka, honey.
Hey, leave her alone. Huh. That's kind of strange. Asuka always seemed sort of wise. Asuka always seemed sort of wise, or at least sensible to me. You'd think they do better in school.
Anyway, those are all the day 1 truths. As you can see, they're kind of all just embarrassing and pathetic. Well, don't you worry. We'll be upping the stakes tomorrow. Stay tuned. We've got some real juicy shit to spill eventually. Okay, now go back to bed. I've got shit to prepare for tomorrow.
Yeah, I was dreading the ridicule that would come with tomorrow, and to see just how high the stakes would be raised. But that was an issue for the next day. I didn't want to deal with it yet. So, closing my eyes, I fell asleep. and skipping everything for just a few more hours. Limit of secrets locked down. Okay. I want that to not be over in 2 seconds. Hopefully there's another save state soon. Not soon, but like, you know, I woke up feeling groggy and heavy. Must have slept in despite the early night. I guess getting woken up by all the truths being revealed in the middle of the night, being revealed in must have disrupted my sleep quite a bit. What time is it, anyways? I rolled over and looked at my bedside clock. It was almost time for the morning meeting. I don't want to be late. The others would worry. I looked over at the new envelope that had been placed on my desk. I should probably check it to see what was in store for me today. It couldn't be too much of an escalation from yesterday, right? I peeled off the seal and looked at the slip of paper inside, my eyes squinting as I saw the truth.
On an alternative account, you write harsh, often bordering on bullying, reviews for fanfiction of media you're interested in. Many of these fanfictions are written by literal children. Hey now, how was I meant to know how old they were?
Nothing career-destroying, but I'm sure if this got out, the press would have something to say about it. The others would definitely have a lot to say about it. I was already dreading the reaction to my truth from yesterday. I guess it was becoming harder and harder to hide how pathetic I was growing up. Still, this one could impact things with publishers, so I should see what the dare is, maybe? And maybe it's something feasible?
Call prisoner 04 Akari for the whole day and treat her the same as you would your actual sister.
Christ, prisoner 7? Prisoner 04? Why did I say 7? I was thinking of the number 7 on something, that's why. Prisoner 04? That's Takiko, isn't it? That's messed up. I couldn't, could I? That wouldn't be fair on Akari's memory, or on Takiko herself. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Right, I could just try to avoid Takiko the whole day. That way I'd still technically complete my dare without having to cause any conflict. Of course, I was going to have to see her in the group meeting, but I didn't have to talk to her directly. As long as I could avoid one-on-one conversations with her, I'd be fine. My train of thoughts was interrupted by a small knocking at my door. I quickly moved over to open it. Hey, is everything okay? I paused, seeing who it was. Oh, it's you. Huh? Why are you staring at me like that? Were you expecting someone else? Well, so much for my plan. No, don't worry, you're all good. What do you want? Can I help you with anything? Laura just wanted me to get you. Everyone's already gathered for the meeting. We're just waiting on you now. She figured you were cooping yourself up out of embarrassment or something, but I think avoiding the meetings would just draw more attention to you, honestly. Yeah, I know. My truth is silly, but I'm fine, really. I'll be there in a second. Can you just go? I was just about to leave. Wow, someone's on edge today. Something the matter? Trust me, out of the bunch of secrets, yours was far from the most embarrassing, I'll tell you that. You might have to deal with Maiko, though. She's been weird about it. Great. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. Let's just go to the meeting. Alright? Alright? Takiko raised an eyebrow at me for a moment, clearly having caught on to the fact something was wrong. Alright, fine by me. She turned around and led me to the canteen, where everyone else was already gathered. Takio will kill him. Okay. Something for you. There was an awkward tension in the room. Most people keeping to themselves. Okay, what the fuck's that, man? Why did it fuck up so much? They all seemed to stare at me as I entered, but no one said anything or made any strange comments. Perhaps we were all going to be reasonable about this. Morning, idle boy. Did you have sweet dreams last night?
Really?
Morning, Lyra.
You serious, Sam?
What took you so long? Fucking coding overloaded. What took you so long? Dreaming about getting backstage VIP badge access or something? Oh, trust me, there's definitely some kind of backstage access if you get what I mean.
Hey!
Guys!
Cool!
I would advise you
Chantal?
didn't.
Alaris? Remember what we talked about? Right, Sawsdock won't have it again. I slunk into the corner next to Ismini, who looked incredibly worse for wear, an exhausted expression on her face as she tried to keep to herself.
That's enough out of you.
God save me, Shinku. I can't do this. Hey, come on, at least we're in this together. We're both weird. At least there's that.
What are you getting at?
Right, now that he's here, can we start? I'd like to remind everyone that we should keep things civil here and be reasonable with one another. We are in a killing game. We don't need to be making war for each other. Not to mention, we are all adults. I would like to hope we're all above childish insults and mockery.
Seriously?
We've been here for 2 months. I think by this point you should know that isn't really the case. Yes. Well, I can still hope. I want to ensure we can all have a productive discussion here and eliminate all possible conflicts or sources of unnecessary stress. So what? We're just gonna sit here and listen to everyone's sob stories. So I don't care how you frame it. Some of these secrets are fucking hilarious, and if you say otherwise, you're lying. What I'm saying is that everyone has parts of their lives that are embarrassing. I want to show people... Hold on. I want to show people that choosing to ignore their dares is a valid option by demonstrating how no matter how bad a truth may seem, that we can have a mature discussion about it. There's no telling how severe these dares may get. I do not want people choosing to have a dangerous or reckless dare because they feel they have no other choice. Yeah, I mean, that's a good sentiment, don't get me wrong, Lori. But, you know, even if we can't discuss our secrets here, doesn't really stop the issue of them being posted to all our social media platforms and being given to media outlets, does it? Yeah, that sort of scandal can be detrimental for people whose careers rely heavily on their image. You understand that, right? Well, this whole thing is being streamed anyway. All of our crimes are gonna come out eventually. Even if it's on the dark web, it'll leak out onto the surface web eventually. Especially if people are looking for us. I know your verdict probably made you think otherwise, but once your crimes come out, things are never gonna be the same, are they? Even if the people watching this shit forgive it, I doubt the general populace would be as kind. I still want to believe in my fans. Besides, people can surely understand that I don't control my fan base. I just feel it's unfair to hold me responsible for the actions of millions of other people. Fan bases attack people regardless of who you are. Even if you just reply to someone negatively, they'll go after it. Did you want me to just curate every little thing I say? Are you insane or just stupid? Either way, it's totally unreasonable. I think people want you to not weaponize your fan base. I don't think that's a very hard ask, you know? Well, you weren't exactly innocently replying with no clue what would happen, were you? You of all people should know. We're getting off track. I understand your concern. Ultimately, you choose what you choose to do is up to you. But if these live streams will surface regardless, at least discussing them like this won't only give you a chance to explain your truth to everyone here, but also to the wider audience who will be watching this for explanations. Right! It's like a morning full of apology videos. I think it's a great idea. For a woman. What the fuck? Huh? I assumed it was a dare thing. Thank you, Takahiro. Now, can we get started? Please, I'm sure everyone's got shit they want to do today. So, how are you gonna do this? Just talk about them in the order they were revealed? That seems like the most fair way to do it. To me, which means we'll be starting with... Their eyes all slowly gravitated towards me. I felt my palms growing sweaty. Hey now. Kutsuki, remember, there's no embarrassment here. Yes, there is. I mean, I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I did that. It's super embarrassing, but I've always been a fan of her. Well, what can I say? I never really had the chance to date growing up since I was so busy with working and writing. But I found myself listening to her music while I wrote, and I don't know. It always felt like, in a weird, roundabout way, by being what I listened to while writing, she was almost supporting me. So I tried to support her in return, which kinda grew into a small, tiny childhood crush. But everyone has crushes on celebrities, don't they? I mean, yeah, that's totally normal. It just makes me giggle a bit. Writing fan fiction about real people is kinda weird, but there are more harmful things you could do. Exactly! Like murder. Okay, I feel like that's a few too many jumps ahead. Well, I, for one, would be flattered if someone wrote fan fiction about me. I wonder if anyone has me as their celebrity crush. Dream on, kid. Yusuke, you seem to be a little off-put by all this. Do you have something to say? Oh, no, don't mind me. I just, I guess it's just a little strange to me because I do know Yui in person. She's a friend to me. Then she cut you off for being a fucking weirdo. Elias, remember what we agreed when it came to Yuzuki's crap? Well, it's getting fucking ridiculous. She's 28. I think she can handle not being coddled for 5 minutes. Do you hear her? It's like she doesn't even realize she did anything wrong. Hey, I mean, it does get to a point. Kid's got a point. We'll discuss it when she's in a better place. And how long do you think that's gonna be? I should stop this before it goes any further. I don't want Maiko getting hurt. I can see her growing anxious. I should change the subject. I know it's strange, but if it makes you feel any better, I haven't written any for a few years. I grew past that point long ago. We can talk about it later, okay? Okay. Great, wonderful. I'm glad that's been sorted out. Now, does anyone have any questions about my secret? The one about the dolls? Quite frankly, I'm confused about why that was your secret. Yeah, it doesn't seem bad or harmful or anything. I don't know why you'd be embarrassed about it. I've just been expected to keep a mature image from quite a young age. It conflicts with my professional look, so I'd rather my hobbies stay private. It's rather childish. It is rather childish to collect dolls, I concede, but I've always enjoyed it. It's been a nice change of pace from the rest of my life. It grants me a bit of peace. How much have you spent on them over the years? I'd rather not disclose that. I bet 50, it's over 1,000. Higher. Holy shit. So it's more like 10,000. No, I'm sure we've all got a lot. I'm sure we've all got lots of things we'd like to get on with, so let's discuss Takiko's. Do we got it? It just kind of bums me out. Takehiro's. I said Takiko. It's meant Takehiro's. Hey, it's not that sad. It makes old accounts to post positive comments on their photos. Oh, pet. Oh, darling. Pet. Fuck you mean pet? What? I mean, we've known for a hot minute that he's kind of pathetic. Like, if you find this surprising, have you even been around for the last 2 months? Hey, I'm not! I just liked feeling I had friends, okay? This was pre-Sugi. I stopped doing this after I met them. Wait, so all those overseas friends you told me you had back in Belgium when we first met? They were probably fake. Yeah, surprise, surprise. I just didn't want you to think I was a friendless loser, or weird. You were the first friend I've ever really had. I didn't want you to drop me or anything. But I didn't lie about anything else. I pinky swear, just that. Sure. Are you mad? Come on, Sugi. It was ages ago. I'm different now. You're not quite girls and your emotions and overreactions. He seemed to wince as he said that. It's going to be a long day, isn't it? I'm not mad. So why do you have that look on your face? I just feel bad for you. I always thought you had it rough moving to Japan on your own, but I feel sad about so few friends in the past. You thought I dropped you just because it was your first friendship. Are you silly? Why would I ever do that? Well, you've seen where we are now. But that wasn't because of anything like that. That was because of your crime, Taka. I've made that clear. It just completely goes against everything I believe in. You've got to realize that. But now you've got me wondering if I could have stopped you from doing that from your workers, or at least made things better if you felt you could talk to me about more things. You can't put how he chose you to treat his workers on yourself. That wasn't your fault. I don't know. I wish there was something I could have done. Then we wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. Sugi. Yeah, this is real touching and all, but I actually had a question about someone else's truth. That being... So, we all agreed that Isabel's secretly a fucking weirdo, right? Shut up, 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 shut up. Right, Cersei's truth. Do you have anything you'd like to say on that? No, not particularly. No, I think we should move on, actually. I have something I'd like to say. No, not you. No, you do not. I think we don't have to talk about it, really. It's weird. It's weird about everyone has fantasies, you know? As long as you're not hurting anyone, the kid is free. Asuka, how about we talk about your secret? As an academic from a prestigious family who has a good reputation and would never do anything unseemly, I would like to say that despite popular belief, your grades don't solely determine your worth. When you say it like that, you make it sound like they still do sort of count towards your worth? Well, yes, don't be ridiculous. Of course they count towards your worth. Intelligence is the most valuable human trait. But I must concede that... What the fuck? But I must concede that there are other kinds of intelligence than purely academic, and throughout our time here you have demonstrated yourself to be quite wise, even if you are a failure intellectually on an objective level. What the fuck? You can't say that! Is that supposed to make me feel better? I think what Isamini is trying to say is that grades don't equate directly to intelligence, and if nothing else, you're incredibly emotionally intelligent and practical. Well, geez, thanks, but I don't really see it that way. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm stupid by any means, but there's always room to grow, you know? I know school doesn't matter, I know that it doesn't say anything about me, but I do kind of wish I got higher grades, if I'm being honest. School doesn't matter, kid. I barely even went, and you've seen how far I've come. I never really even got a chance to attend, though. I was so busy with my child modeling, I barely got a chance to attend. I missed so much that when tests rolled around, I didn't even really have a fair shot. Maybe it's just a pride thing, but I want a fair shot at them. I want to prove how I can learn and want to. I get that. Teachers also don't really give half us a fair shot at all. At least it was that way when I was at school. I hope it's changed. I mean, they always just assumed I was just a troublemaker or delinquent or whatever from the start. I guess me skipping school a bunch probably didn't help, but hey! You know, I know it's not my fault, but it still kind of sucks I didn't do better, you know? I don't see why you're so quick to act like you can't change that. Huh? You can always go back to school. You can maybe take exams. Sure, sometimes you have to pay a small fee, but considering you're an ultimate, I'm sure you have enough. Heh, I guess. I just don't know when I'd have time to study. We do have all the time in the world here. This could be the perfect opportunity. I'd certainly be more than happy to help. I need something to do while I'm here. Really? I'd appreciate that a whole lot, actually. I'd like to join as well. I missed out on quite a bit of school as well. I have always wanted to go to university eventually, even if that's probably unrealistic. If you two are doing it, then I'd love to join too. We could have a little study group, make up for all the last time. I was half expecting Ismini to shoot Takadon, considering how she usually was with him, but she forced a smile on her face. Of course, you two can feel free to join us too. Really? I'll have to make time for it around my lab assistant work, but I'll join whenever I can, just you wait. Right, I think that covers truths that were outed last night. If anyone has nothing else they'd like to add, I'd like to move on to one last thing before we leave. I'd like to propose letting Fu out of his cell. What? Are you crazy? We put him there for a reason. Hey, I've been on good behavior ever since, kid. I know you're upset, but try not to be too harsh. Good behavior? You practically took me hostage yesterday! Hey, that's just 'cause I had to do my dare. Can't fault me for that, can you? I mean, nothing bad actually happened inside his cell. We just sort of drank tea. It was kind of nice, actually. Still, this seems unnecessarily risky. I'm uncertain how I feel about this. People have already started skipping guard duty for the sake of doing their dares. It does also severely restrict him from doing his own dares. Well, he stabbed Asuka! Quite frankly, I think he deserves to have his truths outed. I don't think anyone could come out that's worse than what we've already seen. You'd be surprised, kid. You're really not making a good case for why we should let you out. I feel as though, with a new motive, restricting him would only provoke him. It gets to a point where it's more dangerous to try to control him, while others are attempting to complete their dares. If he's assigned a truth he wants to keep hidden, I feel as though he'd be more willing to hurt his guard to get out and do his dare. I'd rather stop that before it's too late. Well, it's your suicide. Don't be surprised when the guys who already tried to kill someone tries again. Cut me some slack, kid. We're all friends here, aren't we? I guess, but, Are we really? Let's be realistic here. If it makes anyone feel better, I feel like this is the best option here. Fu told me the other day he actually enjoyed being locked up. Oh, and I'm the freak, I see how it is. Not like that is. Yeah, I'd tell you to go back to your nibs, but I can't think of a single person who could stand your ass, let alone a whole harem. I swear to all that is good and holy, Ezekiel. Girl, there is nothing holy about you. Ismini let out a long groan. She looked like she wanted to tear her hair out. Point is, guarding Fu 24/7 basically lets him have life here as easily as possible. He was given food, entertainment, and constant protection. Keeping him locked up benefits him more than it harms him. Kid, I told you that in confidence. I see. That explains your good behavior a lot more. If that's the case, let him loose. What happens, happens, I guess. Knowing we were basically acting as his free bodyguards and servants does make me feel a lot less good about protecting him, honestly. I feel like we just got tricked. This whole thing is so evil, Burger. Only he could pull off something like this. Evil Burger? Wow, what inventive vocabulary. I was just taking advantage of the hand I was dealt. Can't fault a man for that. You're the ones who set it all up, and I just benefited from it. Then it's settled. We'll stop with the guard schedule. So, he'll be free? Yes, but you'll not have to worry about attending your shifts anymore. It just came to me immediately. Just come to me immediately if he does anything. I'm more than prepared to take drastic restrictive methods if I have to. If needed. Don't you worry, Doc. Your old pal Wang will be on his best behavior from now on. You can trust me. Yeah, I think he's learned his lessons, right? Well, if that's all, I'll be off. I've got shit to do. You coming, La? Actually, I think I'm gonna pass today. Eh? I was thinking I'd hang with Laura today instead, you know? What? What? Why the hell would you? Hey, Lori, I need an extra pair of hands for your work today? I'm happy to do whatever you need. Hey, back off! Laura already has a lab assistant. That's me! A babe like you is all beauty, no brains. It's bro mine, not sis mine. You're bound to mess something up. Come on, I'm not trying to step on your toes, really. Then, what are you planning? It can be nothing good, I assure you. This better not be a ploy to obtain substances, Chateau. What? Of course not! Really? Really, if I wanted that shit, I wouldn't need to go to you. Unbelievable. I just want to do what I can to pitch in, you know? It's good to put my energy into something productive. Good way to distract from my dares. I've been doing bits and bobs of my own independent investigation as well. I have some info you might find real valuable. I doubt you'd find anything I'm not already well aware of. I also just want the chance to catch up. We were in the same class in HP, but we barely even spoke. We were just so busy. What do you say we make up for last time? You never really had many friends back in the academy. I can catch you up on all the shit you missed. Laura let out a deep sigh. Well, if you insist. I do have some bits you could help with. Just don't touch anything I don't tell you to do. What? Sweet, I promise you I'll be on my best behavior, Doc. You don't have to worry about a thing. Sure. The group slowly started to dissolve, everyone going their own separate ways, going off to do their dares and whatnot. But as everyone was leaving, I found myself being approached by someone. Hi! Maiko, are you okay? Sorry if my truth is uncomfortable for you or anything. I promise I haven't done it for years now and... Wanna know something kinda embarrassing? Huh? Okay, please don't find it weird, but... I used to do the exact same thing. In fact, my day one truth was practically the exact same as yours. Oh. But you can't judge, you did it too, and you didn't even know her. I feel like the fact Maiko knew Yui in person probably made it a little weirder compared to me. It's silly, but I like writing us in my favorite animes or stories in the world where I could be someone better, someone you would like a lot more. Maiko, if she was really your friend, you would have already been good enough. She was my friend, she was, and... Well, I guess that's it. Was. For a long time I was clinging to the hope that we'd get back together, that she'd forgive me and we could be friends again. It's kind of what helped me keep going. But when I got my corrupt verdict, it sort of told me what I knew all along. There never was a chance. Thinking The fuck was that? I'd never have a chance to be friends with her again, knowing I'd messed up that badly. It made me want to die. Maiko, you're worth more than what someone else thinks of you. Basing your worth on someone else's opinion of you is never going to go well. I don't want you hurting yourself again. Maiko. I won't, well... I'll try not to anyway. I'll try not to try again because I've got my hope back. That's good to hear. Because being so taken care of by all of you, how kind and nice you've all been to me, it's made me realize. I paused. Was Maiko actually properly self-reflecting? If so, this would be a great first step. Maybe I don't need a whole different fantasy world to be someone Yui would want to be friends with again. If you guys can be kind and nice to me and forgive me, she has to, and she will one day. Oh. I couldn't hold back my disappointment, unfortunately. I knew this wasn't a healthy position for Maiko to take, but she was so close to making progress, clinging on to the idea that Yui had to forgive her. If she kept believing that, she'd just get hurt again. It wasn't fair on Yui either. Not to mention, Maiko hadn't really made much personal progress. We'd only been nice and considerate after her verdict because we didn't want her killing herself. Huh? What's with that look on your face? Did I say something wrong? I'm not being silly or delusional, right? But if that false hope of Yui forgiving her was the only thing keeping her from not wanting to die, even if it was wrong, how on earth could I take that away from her? If I did, she could hurt herself again. Or who knows what. And it would be just like you all over again. No, you're not sorry. I'm relieved. I'm glad to see you doing a bit better, Maiko. I felt my stomach twist, but I knew this was better for the time being. Really? Wow, geez, it's nice to have someone care so much. Of course I care. I'm your friend. Forever and always? Forever and always. Now, are you going to be okay with your day today? Or are you going to need help? That should be fine. It's a little scary today, but I should be able to handle it okay. I just think it's best I do it alone. Alright, well, I'm here if you need me, alright? Okay, thank you, Shishi. That nickname again. It was hard to believe this woman was 28. I sighed as I watched her leave. But she seemed to pause, turning around and looking at me. Oh, right! Not to be a bother or anything, but did you come up with a matching nickname yet? Ah! I'd totally forgotten. Did you forget? Not that I mind or anything. It's just... this whole thing is super duper mega stressful, and you probably have a lot more to worry about than silly nicknames for someone like me. No, of course. I don't mind. How about... that was what everyone else called her. It might make it feel a little less personal if I called her mine. I don't want to do anything related to her actual name. That might set her off. Coco. What do you think of that? Oh my gosh, that's so cute! Alright, just hearing that give me the boost, I need to get through the day. I'll do it all by myself today, I promise. See you later, Shishi. Have a good day. Maiko smiled and left. I was admittedly a little worried about how he'd handle her there, but I figured she'd be okay.
Really now, kid?
She is 28, Shishi. I turned around, seeing someone had been listening to our conversation. She's fragile. If she's smart, she's playing it up. I don't think she has the capacity to manipulate anyone. She's not like that. I don't think she even realizes she's doing it. But until someone gives her a call, nothing is gonna change. I'd like to think her verdict would have been enough of a wake-up call. Well, you see where that got her. Can you just mind your own business? I just don't want her hurting herself. Well, it's your life. You can do what you want. Just don't let yourself get taken advantage of, kid. But if I had to take a guess, you're getting something out of this too, aren't you? Yeah, but I can't say anything, can I? Sure gave me a smile, but there was a strangely sad look in his eyes. I'm doing the exact same thing. Rise Fu being the realest bitch alive. He walked out, leaving me alone in the canteen, leaving me with the rest of the day ahead of me, and that stupid dare. Right, that there. It made me feel slightly sick to my stomach. That wasn't fair. It wasn't fair at all. Surely the people behind this didn't want to dishonor her memory either.
Really?
Okay. Are you really okay with this? This is horrible. Yeah, obviously the dares are meant to be horrible. But it doesn't just hurt me, it's going to hurt Takiko as well. Wow, it's almost like that's the whole point of this motive. Do 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 Okay, are you seriously going to come in here bitching every time you have a minor complaint? Are you that pathetic? You got yourself into this mess. You can't complain now. Can you just get out? The dares are what they are. They're meant to suck. If you hate them, tough luck. But I hope someone murks someone soon. If you were really against it, you would have just let your truth get outed. Are you insane? What would my publishers think if that got out? Oh, so your career is more important than her memory. Emilia. I'm your warden, and you'll address me as such. You don't want this, do you? Please, come on. You knew Akari, didn't you? Just let her rest. Please. Just, why do you seem to be doing everything in your power to remind me of her? Because if we didn't, you'd never face what you did. You'd forget and move on with your life, just like you want to. I'm not making you disrespect her. If you wanted to really take responsibility, you just suck up letting your truth get out. But you're not going to do that, are you? God, you really are the poster boy for Ultimates, aren't you? Get out of my office. I looked down at the ground and left. Protesting was pointless. As long as I avoided Takiko for the day, I could still do this without causing any conflict. Right, that's all I had to do. But of course, things would never be that simple for me. Almost as soon as I stepped out. You go in there quite a lot, huh? She just so happened to be standing right in front of me. I wonder just what you're doing there all the time.
Taki!
Ah! It's really nothing all that important. I was just asking for some clarifications on my dare. Really now? Is that so? Yep, that's right.
You make anything for Kai?
No.
Eat all day?
Oh, pizza rolls. I gave her pizza rolls. Huh?
What'd you make them?
I made her pizza rolls. Yep, that's right. Seems I can't get out of it, no matter how unfair it seems. Well, if we're on the topic of dares, if I just start doing mine now, she'll definitely pick up on it being a dare. Takiko is quite smart. If she understands it's one of the dares, I'm sure she won't resent me for it. Think you'll struggle with your dare today, Akari? Despite that, she seemed a little taken aback by me calling her that. She just stood and looked at me for a moment before her lips curled into a small smile. Not particularly. I think it'll go just fine today, actually. Well, that's good. I'm sure you don't need it, but if there's anything you need from me that could help, let me know. My goodness, you're just making yourself helpful, aren't you? Uh-huh? What do you mean? Helping Molly with all of her dares, now helping me. It's almost like you're trying to prove something to yourself. Well, just be sure not to overexert yourself. I'm sure it'll pile up before you know it. And that'll be no good for anyone, will it? Thank you, Akari. I'll be sure to take care of myself. Of course. It was nice when she was like this. It was almost like the old Takiko was back. It couldn't help but make me smile. And perhaps there was a terrible, small part of me that sort of enjoyed pretending that she was Akari. When she was nice to me, like this, despite what I was calling her, it was almost like, of course, I don't think you'll have much of a problem with your own dare today, will you? If anything, you'll probably enjoy it. Hey, come on. These stairs are hard for all of us. Why, of course they are. I'm just trying to make the best out of a bad situation. Sorry if that came off as rude. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't just dwell on the negatives. No, it's fine. I'm sure you're just doing what you can. Honestly, it's really nice to see you like this again, Akari. Oh? After your corrupt verdict, you just became really withdrawn. It made me wonder if the way you were acted before was just entirely fake. But when you shine through it again like this, it makes me happy. I just hope you'll get your spark again soon, just like Taka. Right. Everyone seems to be warming up to him again, though. Right, and I'm sure people will do the same to you, Akari. As soon as you realize what you did was wrong, I'm sure everything will start to seem better. If anything, I think you'll come out as a better person in the end. Sure! I just hope you're not secretly manipulating me or anything. I mean, I'm sure you've learned your lesson about that. You're so gross. Huh? Learning my lesson? Coming out of this as a better person? Of course, absolutely. I'm sure restricting all of my access to essential things I need to live and making me dependent on others will make me think I'm the awful one here. I'm not 5. I know it wasn't great. I don't need to be tortured to know that. Yeah, but again, you act like you can say, oh, yeah, it wasn't a good thing to do, but you're acting like you didn't do anything wrong when you got people killed. I did everything I could. I really did. I pushed myself to be kind and nice, and I just wanted things to be okay. I was willing to overexert myself in order to make it so people were alright. What a joke. I don't think many of you deserve that. You're just like the rest of them. As soon as there's a small crack or slip in the image of me, you want to just assume every part of me is wrong and needs fixing. Not out of any actual concern for me, mind you. As long as you get your free therapist back at the end of it, you're happy, aren't you? Akari, hey, hold on. Akari. As long as I forgive you at the end of all this, is that enough for you? An easy, better version of her. Is that what I am to you? I mean, there's a reason they gave you it if that's your dare. Deny it all you like. You're getting your cheap bargain bin forgiveness from me is good enough for you, isn't it? Isn't it? That's not fair. Right, it's a little too real when she isn't entirely nice and kind all of the time. Shh, it's okay, Shinku. I'm here now. If it keeps you happy, substitute me in with whoever you'd like. Everyone else does it, why shouldn't you? Don't you feel like you deserve something easy for once? A break from having to try? That terrible idea. That terrible part of what... the terrible part of was what I did feel in part that I did deserve forgiveness. That I did deserve that second chance to make things right. That's why I was doing so much with Maiko. I thought if I could save her, then it would make up for the past. There. I'll make the pain all go away. It's okay. It's alright. Akari. You can rest now. The world is made to forgive people like you. It's okay. You will understand. They'll give you as many chances as you'd like. Lucky you. It worked out wonderfully for you. You don't even have to try to feel like a good person anymore. You just have to bring food to me, all cooked by someone else, mind you, and I'll be forced to smile and say thank you and seem eternally grateful that you're not starving me. If I don't, I'm the worst. I really feel like this is something you should take up with the audience instead of me. I just think they must enjoy watching 3 girls being dependent and helpless. Ah! Takiko seemed to catch herself, covering her mouth and looking at me, a little hesitant. See, I don't like how this is framed as a sexist thing. 'Cause I don't think it is. 'Cause I don't know, maybe a little bit, but not with Lyra, because she almost got voted worthy. I don't think Takiko, because she's like, I don't know, people just don't do well with suicide and shit. And she hits, like, I don't know. Excuse me. I can see it with Maiko. I can see Maiko getting voted corrupt as sexism. Because I feel like her crime objectively is not as bad as, like, everybody else's. Except maybe Lyra. I think Lyra and Maiko are the same. But objectively speaking, everybody else is worse. Except for Mint. I think Mint was, like, entirely justified. Takiko seemed to catch herself, covering her mouth and looking at me, a little hesitant. I'm sorry, I'm just tired, Shinku. I'm so tired. I just wanted to be enough. I don't know why nothing I do will ever be enough. I tried, I really did. I'm not... You don't need to hear this, I'm sorry. Sorry, I shouldn't have let that all slip out. I've just been keeping a lot bottled up in recently. Hey, Akari, it's okay. I just don't want to be like Taka. As soon as he got us corrupt, he was ranting and raving all over the place, making a big fuss wherever he was. If I did that, I'd just be despised. I don't want to seem that desperate. But it's hard to keep pretending I'm okay with this, especially when people just love saying so many words. But don't you worry, Shinku. I'm sure in the meantime, you can get your kicks out of taking care of Maiko. You two are quite close, aren't you? Close, huh? Yeah, she's getting pretty attached to me. I think it's good you're keeping each other busy, but... Just anything at all I can help with, please do let me know, my dear.
Oh, how very rich of you.
What the fuck does that mean, Taka? I don't know what a hoochie mamacita like you could possibly do to help aside from stand there and look pretty. Before Takiko could finish what she was saying, the 2 figures seemed to walk through the hallway, making a lot of noise. Neither of them seemed entirely happy about talking to each other, despite their words. Ah, Taka, Yasmini, are you two okay? Oh, why of course! Just very busy doing science and stuff. What exactly do you mean by science and stuff? Oh, I think it would be too much to explain to your tiny little girl brain. Don't you worry one bit, cutie pie. Oh, that's so nice! Well, dear, considering how helpful Takiko has been and how much Dr. Linnaeus has placed her faith in him, we're collaborating together today to help on the escape plan. I thought Dr. Linnaeus was trying to keep the specifics of her plan fairly confidential. Yes, absolutely. I have no idea what that bomb broad is planning. So wait, no one has any idea what this nebulous escape plan she's been working on for 2 months even is? Nope! But despite her biological limitations, I have full faith in Dr. Linnaeus to get us out of here. Biological limitations? I'm sexist now! Oh, so we're just saying it. Pets, don't be too harsh on him. I think it's for a D-A-R-E. I know, I guess it just caught me a little off guard. Well, if you've been given a task or something to do, is there anything we can help to do? Of course! I'm pretty busy today, actually. So getting some extra hands on board could help a whole bunch. I'd like to help too. I'd like to get a better idea of what exactly this escape plan is. If you two would like, I'm more than happy to help you and leave Taka alone to go on with what he needs to do. Ismini said that with quite a bit of enthusiasm. It was clear she wanted to get away from Taka as soon as possible. Well, I'm more than happy to have some alone Taka time. If you three would like to team up, I've got a little task for you all. Could you do a little check of the library for any books about this facility's history, specifically any which might give us some nifty little insights into the infrastructure of this place? The library, of course. We're more than happy to do that. I'm sure between us we'll find plenty of books. Of course! It's not like you have to read them or anything, do you? That's so funny. You're so funny. Please go. I'll be off now. Let me or Oloa know if you find anything useful. With that, Taka swiftly got away from the girls, his stare clearly making him increasingly uncomfortable. As Ismini left, she slowly let out a small sigh of relief. This is going to be a long day, is it? Fucking weird-ass encoding stuff. Yes, he certainly is fascinating. Well, don't you worry, I'm sure we can pull through together. Takiko seemed to be in a better mood again. That was good. I wasn't really sure what that whole thing was about earlier. I suppose getting corrupt was just exhausting. Yeah, for sure. Let's go try to find the library. Oh, okay, I can save again. Yippee! Okay. This is a very, very long video. I think this is the longest one for Antebellum, too. Crazy, I know. Barely beating out the first trial part. Anyways, I will see you all next time when we do go to this library. Bye!